Jack the Happy Hippo at the Silly Dave Club. And we're back to pentatonic blues scales. I'm going to pick up the pace here a little bit and give you the last two because you get the idea. You know, you can download the guitar tab paper and print it out yourself and just follow this. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Here's number 4. There's a new one, and you can see in green that's the root notes. Okay. You can find all these diagrams on the internet. This is the very basic set because you'll find others that have all kinds of little added notes. Just start off with these ones here, and then as you memorize these, then you can add in the other little blues notes that they stick in between. And maybe in the future I'll throw up a video with a couple of those, but we'll just see. There's number 5. Now you see on the 12th fret, right here, those were all the open strings up in the first one. If you look at that pattern, it's identical to this pattern, except you have to play the notes. It's on the 12th string, so it's in the next octave. The next octave starts at the 12th string, and you can see the root notes there. Okay? And I've drawn it here. There it is in the key of A because it's at the 5th fret. So when you play 12-bar blues in the key of A, then you would start there, put number 5 behind, and number 2 right there in front. Okay? So once you get the first couple down, you can just draw them out yourself. You know, shoot me an email if you have any problems with any of this information. But what I'm doing now is I'm going to show you this at the key of A. Of course, the open strings in the key of E. That's number 1 that we drew. Okay, you move it up to the 12th fret. Then you have to play the notes at the 12th fret. It's just up an octave. So here's where you start to really have fun, because if you go to YouTube and you type in blues backing track in the key of A, well, then you start at the 5th fret and you put this pattern in. You move your number 1 pattern up to the 5th fret. Okay? Now, because you've moved it up, everything else is moved up, so you have to take number 5 and put it back here. So number 5 is behind. Can't hit a wrong note. And when you do hit a wrong note, you can really hear it. Okay? So it's a pentatonic blues scale at the 5th fret, key of A. Okay? Because your first note is an A. All A's. Now, number 2 is going to be, of course, up here. So they all just go around in circles. You play it in the key of G, of course it's going to back up. So send me a message if you have any questions. Get a backing track, put it on in the key of G, and start just with number 1, you know, and practice it. Do it in the key of A. You're going to find there's a million songs that you can play. Okay? So I think in our next lessons what we're going to do is we're going to play some rock and roll, and that will all tie into the blues. So we're going to build on it, but let's get the fingers going, and we're going to do some rock and roll, and then I'm going to we're going to go right back to the very basic scales that are going to be boring, but it'll get the fingers working, just another bunch of exercises. So play it all a million times, shoot me a message if you have any questions, and don't be a schmelbo, sneeze into your elbow. Silly Dave and Jack the Happy Hippo out.